everyone and welcome back. In this video, I decided to share with you 5 things that I think Mary-Kay should add to their makeup line. Before I move on to that, I know that in different countries, Mary-Kay has different products. For example, I know that in Mexico, they have the liquid matte lipsticks and we don't have them here. I checked last night. I am recording this video in April 2018 and they do not have them as of yesterday. They did not have any kind of matte lipsticks or any of the products that I'm going to mention in this video. I hope that in the future they do take that into consideration. Not that they're going to watch this video, but maybe, and they will kind of add these things slowly to their line or altogether. I'd be happy to see it happen. Let's get started. The first thing that I think that Mary-Kay should add to their line is liquid matte lipsticks. Again, I know they're available in Mexico, but they're not available here today in the US. I feel like that is one of the trends that stayed. I mean, it was the boom. Everyone was coming out with some kind of matte liquid lipstick. And I feel like every brand, drugstore or high-end, they do have these. So I feel like even though they're not as popular as maybe a year ago, I know that in most collections, liquid matte lipsticks is just one of those things that is just a staple. In my opinion, if they added that line here, I think that it would be a nice addition and it would be something that I would want to have in my collection. Number 2 is a luminous primer. Now, I love my Laura Mercier Radiance Primer. I have a review on it if you want to check it out, but the main idea is that it gives you that luminous, healthy look to your skin. I have it underneath my foundation today, and even though my foundation is not luminous, so it doesn't look wet or anything like that, or greasy, it looks luminous. I have very dry skin today, but because I added that primer under my foundation, my skin looks healthier. That is the main point for me of using a luminous primer. If you don't have dry skin, you probably are thinking you're crazy, nobody needs to look dewy, and that's the thing. If you don't have dry skin, it might look dewy for you, and it's just something that you will have to decide if you like it or not. But for me, having a luminous primer is a must, because otherwise my skin, when I put makeup on, it looks dry and it's not flattering. So what's the point of using makeup if it's going to make my skin look worse? When I apply a luminous primer, I feel like overall my skin looks healthier, and it doesn't really emphasize all the dryness that I have on my skin. Now, Mary-Kay has the luminous foundation, which you can use as well, but I feel like it does give you more of a luminous finish and not so much that healthy, almost not there finish that you can get with a primer. Now, another thing that I think it's lacking, and I think it would be amazing if they could do it, it's add a couple of eyebrow products to their line. They have pencils. I do like them. I have some tutorials on how I use them. I share with you. I think I even have a review. So I'll have all those videos popping on the screen and also in the description box down below if you want to check them out. They're pretty old, but it's essentially the same routine when I use them. Anyways, I think that they're missing on a good pomade and a brow gel, but with color. You know, if you have a daughter that wants to start to doing their eyebrow, just give them something to start with, something that it's going to make their eyebrows look pretty, look natural, and at the same time they can kind of feel that they're doing something for their eyebrows and not necessarily doing that very dramatic look for Instagram that they see on social media. And also brow pomade, I feel like that's another trend that stayed. So I feel like it's something that would add benefit to those people that really need to fill in their eyebrows, and at the same time they don't want that waxy looking eyebrow that you can get with a brow pencil, which is amazing when you have brow hairs, but if you don't, it may look a little bit harsh. So I feel like adding the eyebrow gel, tinted brow gel, and the pomade would be great ways to expand their eyebrow collection and at the same time to cater to more people. Now, number 4 is something that I mentioned way too many times, and you probably know about this, but I think that Mary-Kay is lacking a lot of matte eyeshadows. If they had matte eyeshadows or more matte eyeshadows, you could be a lot more creative with the makeup looks that you can come up with. I have a playlist that it has a lot of tutorials just by using Mary Kay eyeshadows. Now, if you watch one after the other, you'll realize that I have to repeat all the matte eyeshadows because they don't have a good variety. If you want a brown, then you'll have to go with hazelnut. If you want it to be a little bit lighter, if you want it darker, then you go with driftwood, then you have espresso, then you have the black one, and it's just it doesn't really give you enough. I think that it's missing a lot of the orangey shades that go perfectly with medium skin tones. Like today I have purple, but I have orange as well with my purple because I feel like that kind of ties together the look for me that I have a medium skin tone. So having said that, I just feel like it's one of those things that needs to be added as soon as possible to the Mary Kay line because I do enjoy the formula. I do enjoy the eyeshadows. I feel like they have amazing glittery or shimmery eyeshadows, but if we don't have good mattes to pair those with, I feel like they're missing out in a lot of customers and a lot of sales just because people need to go to other brands to find those colors that are missing in the Mary Kay line. Now, I did a comparison between the Mary Kay eyeshadows and the MAC eyeshadows and you know what they're similar, what their differences are, and all that. If you want to check that out, I'll have that video on the top of the screen and also in the description box down below. There I go more into detail in what I think it's lacking in the Mary Kay matte eyeshadow line, and so if you're interested in more about that, check out that video. Finally, I feel like this is one of the products that I use every single day, and for me it doesn't make sense that they don't have more options, and that is the bronzer. I have two of them. One is in light and the other one I think it's in dark. That's how I got them a long time ago, but now I checked the website and they have just one color. I feel like even with two colors, it wasn't enough of a difference between both of them, and probably that's why they got rid of one of them. But I feel like the formula is good. I feel like it really blends into your skin, and if they just could add different colors, they would expand their line in an amazing way, because I feel like bronzer, it's one of those things that you can use during the winter if you're too pale or if you're too yellow like I get during the winter time. And if you are somebody who, you know, during the summertime you want to look glowy and you want to look bronze and you want to look, you know, maybe your skin, your face didn't get that much sun but the rest of your body did, they need something that you can use a lot of bronzer for. And I feel like the Mary Kay one always looks natural. It's not like it's, you know, that gray or that very unnatural kind of bronzer. So definitely they need to add different colors to this line if they want to cater for more people, because I feel like they're leaving a lot of people with different skin tones behind just because they have one color. Anyways, those are the 5 products that I think that Mary Kay should add to their makeup line to include more people and at the same time to find more variety in these different categories. Of course, this is my personal opinion. Feel free to share your opinion and what do you think that they're lacking, or if they're not lacking in any kind of product, also share it in the comments down below. I would love to know your opinion about that as well. If you're new, please remember to subscribe so you won't miss any new videos Monday through Fridays, and I'll see you on my next one.